Alright, try not to drink Diet Mountain Dew. So I got some coffee, but it's really reflective, so I don't want to show where I'm at. But you see, it's coffee in this Duke mayonnaise jar, and I made this morning. So I only got 3 more hours. I think I can make it, but I got this to kind of give me a perk. Mondays is really rough, but I'm a little sleepy, so I got me some tea. So I'm drinking a little bit of that to stay awake. Yeah, my cousin said he's trying to give me some pointers on making videos. So he said, make them the way people entertaining, which is cool. It's just, my goofy butt, I don't know how. I've never been one that really cared about what people thought. Like my son, he's all stylish and he's got his outfits the way he wants them, and he knows kind of how people look at him. And I guess, the baby boomers, they were like that. They had to dress a certain way, and they, wore like dressed up when they went to the store. Kind of like everywhere they went was like church, because you had to be a certain way and do all that. And I guess the 60s, people started wearing t-shirts. So I just dressed for comfort and to be comfortable, But it's a little bit cooler than it was. It was warmer. So I figured I'd get the trail, be walking the trail. I got probably got 4 miles now, but I'm way away from 8. And I had an app, and I've downloaded and deleted it, or I guess signed out of it, and you can sign back in within 7 days, and it keeps everything. And I've done that like probably 30 times. And then the last couple times I've been on there, and I started saying, well, if I'm not compatible with these people, I just started blocking them. And I blocked about 2,000 people. And I'm like, I'm not compatible with anybody on there. So I tried to deactivate the app again. And I was supposed to go to a thing tonight, just get together and eat. And now I'm not gonna worry about it. Dr. Pepper and ice and my coffee I didn't drink earlier today. And it's me. I'm fixing to eat the biggest cheeseburger in the world. It is huge. This is the regular burger. That's the baby burger. See how small it is? There's what fries look like. It's rough getting old. I tell you, it's rough getting old. Here's some hamburger and coffee. I spilled ketchup. Well, it's 43 degrees out here. So I come out here with no jacket or anything, and I walk the lap, which is probably about 2.5 tenths a mile, plus going in and out of the house. So I went in the car, got my jacket, because I still about tripped on that stump. I'm gonna have to cut it one day. I hit it so hard it makes my bicep jump. But yeah, so we're gonna go out here. I got about an hour to walk. I want to have a shower, then my son's gonna get up, get ready, and hopefully some of the other family will go get a steak with some maybe broccoli casserole. A little bit better, because I ate Blue Top last night. There's some wild noises out here this morning, but I had Blue Top last night. Blood pressure up a little bit, so I can't be eating like that. Gotta go back to eating healthy so I can stay off the blood pressure medicine. It went about 130 today, then 128. But I figured I'd get a little bit of walking in, so I get my 8 miles. And maybe I get a mile or so, or 2 miles before I go, and half a mile walking around today, and then a little bit more tonight. But yeah, you gotta stay warm when you're outside. Shoot, breathing cold air, head cold. I was like, man, it's colder out here than I thought it was. But just having a ball out here walking. And then my son's gonna get his motorcycle helmet, and I'm gonna pay him, and he's gonna pay me back. He's legal now. He got his permit yesterday, got his bike, got the title transferred, got insurance on it. So yeah, he's gonna get his bike, then he's got his helmet, and then he's gonna get some riding gear, and hopefully he'll be okay. And he's gonna start going to church with me, and wow. So it's kind of cool, you know, just enjoying the beautiful day so far. Anytime you're on this side of the daisies is a good thing. You don't want to be on the opposite side. And then it don't matter, you know, as far as Earth goes. But yeah, get a little walk in before we get started with everything. Woohoo! I hate getting old and clumsy. See how the regular mayonnaise looks straight? I poured hot coffee in there and it's sucking it in, so it's probably not a good idea, but I put too much coffee in there. So I only got 2 creamers in. So I couldn't put my 3 or 4 per jar. So it's too hot. I dropped my thing I measure things with in the bottom, and it's cold and hot, so I'm gonna wait till it cools off. So we're gonna go ahead and go eat. And then I got my apple out and dropped my apple on the floor. This is bad for you, but it sure is good. This is like sweet crescent rolls.
How much is 8 ounces of meat?
And this is at
Does that seem like a lot?
Cheddar's.
It's fish. But yeah, look.
Chips and salsa.
Yeah, amen.
And the palace salsa.
Oh man, do y'all like
You got my kids, my
I do not play the
grandkids.
same stuff you play. I play
You're getting old.
I play rated mature.
There's a salad.
Do they not teach you how to cover your mouth at school?
No, they don't teach me anything. There's a salad. But what kind of salad it is, I don't know.
Babies are babies. It's okay.
You got hot sauce.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Tabasco's okay.
In it. Thank you.
Don't you want me to take those on
Whatever you
No, he'll
got.
eat it.
Gotcha.
What'd you get, Jessica?
Eat your
Jessica, what'd you get?
lemon pepper chicken.
Lemon pepper chicken.
You better eat it.
I got the ribeye with chicken and broccoli. And they did pretty good on it, looks like.
You mentioned you want to do it. Yep, you got it. And then that one with the, so you'll see the top D-ring has no tag on it, right? But the bottom one here, towards your like neck, has a little, it's kind of like a rubber tag. So you'll go over the top D-ring with the strap, but the one with the tag on it.
We're here at the Harley place. My son is picking out a helmet,
You wouldn't want to go
maybe.
to another motorcycle place with you.
We might not be here all day. We might be here all day. I'll fall down.
Can we do this outside?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He got his helmet. He's a Harley Davidson helmet head. Drop the leg. Yeah, I was trying to send a picture. Say, I wish you was here. Try to get somebody to go to church with me. Now, this is what happened. I washed it out but I've been taking extra coffee. I normally put the creamer in the coffee pot, and I guess it cools it off. But I poured the hot coffee in my mayonnaise jar thermos, and it about crumpled all up. So ain't no telling how dangerous this is now with the label's still on there, but probably the plastic in my blood system and all that. So I need to get me a big old, like, probably some kind of thermos or something for coffee. Hot dog weenies. My son just got off work. He got home late. There's broccoli and chicken, an apple, coffee. Shoot, I was worried about my son riding a motorcycle, but if he can push carts and all this traffic, he might do good riding a motorcycle. Look at all that. Do those look bigger? They say 16 by 25 by 1. And these say 16 by 20 by 1. They the same size. When I bought these yesterday and I bought the wrong ones, so I gotta take them back. I got them today, so hopefully I looked at the picture. When you get old, you can't remember what nothing is. You gotta take a picture and remember what you gotta get. Merry Christmas. I hope you survived. Yeah, chicken and broccoli, an apple. My daughter made me a patty last night, and coffee. Look at that. The lady fixed me some meatballs, and they had, I forget what you call them, party sausage, and some cookies. Wasn't that sweet to her? Well, look at that. These are chicken wings. There's a cheeseburger. And there's some wings with fries. What about that? It is Christmas Eve, 2025. Or Christmas afternoon. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. It is 73 degrees, which is crazy because it was down a few days ago, cold. God, it almost feels like summertime. It's like, holy cow. So we ain't gonna have to worry about a white Christmas this year. The bugs are out like it's summertime, so they must have been hibernating or riding around. Not bad, like the gnats and all, but you got bugs flying around. And the birds, not that many birds though, because the birds are in the spring and when they're hungry, so I don't know where the birds are at, but it's hot without the birds. And everything's trying to probably hide in the cool because there ain't no water. Not here. But yeah, it's a beautiful day, and I'm off today. They shut the plant down, so trying to make a new path, and they messed up the outside yard. I was going to use that, and I was like, good gracious. And then somebody told me your neighbors can take over your yard. They cut the grass, and I looked up and said no, but I don't know how he'll cut it because there's sticks everywhere, so he probably threw a bunch of them sticks in there, so I was probably just going to let it grow. And they'll fuss about it, but I can't cut it with all them sticks because AT&T come down here and put fiber. I don't know what the speed is, probably pretty high. But I got 350 meg for $50, so I ain't going up any higher than that. That's plenty for me. But I was going to try to get my 8 miles in, but whew, it's been rough. My walking trail messed up, I'll be sore. Trying to walk in the woods. Then my son thought there was a bunch of gremlins last night. He said the energy was just crazy, but it's like a lot of people ain't working or have nothing to do, so there's a bunch of people trying to find something to do. So that's probably what it was, just everybody out trying to find stuff to do, and a lot of neighborhoods cut through the park. They use it as a shortcut to get where they're going. And he said, I'm glad we're leaving. I'm glad we're leaving. I'll probably go to Walmart before they close. I gotta get me some zinc. Ride the air condition. This is bad, you know. I ain't going on these long trips, but I want to. But then using my end-of-life car, my other car is starting to ride a little rough, so now I got to use my end-of-life, my regular car, listen to radio, and everybody's out. You know, and it's hot. But if I go get my vitamins, all I got to do is worry about getting my chicken and broccoli. My daughter might cook tomorrow, so all I got 2 chicken and broccolis left. And I got to work Friday. It's always something. It's always something. Chicken. I like this day. It's Christmas Eve. And it's 76 degrees today. That is crazy. 76 degrees. You guys are feeling good, ain't you? Bunch of chickens and some roosters. Look at that. Chicken and broccoli. This is Christmas morning. December the 25th. 2025. Well, don't that look good? That. You got that big old apple coming through. It's Christmas Day, and I got one stump up. One that's been bothering me. I've been tripping over it for months. Like right here, so I gotta make the hole go in. But it was over here. That right there was there. So this was a little bit tougher. But I found this rock or piece of cement, and I'm gonna use it as a throwing star. See, you take that. It's a fun way to chop my roots up so I get my walking trail. You know, it's probably an easier way to do this, but I just throw it, and it's good for, you know, good for probably your biceps. See, I chopped a piece of it off. You just gotta be sure you don't stand back so it don't come back, hit your ankles, feet. That kind of hurts. But yeah, I just keep chopping at it. And eventually I'll have me a nice smooth, you know, or if I can get it below the ground and cover it with dirt. So yeah, that's a doozy. But yeah, we'll eventually get it. We're gonna. That's a tough one, but I got one. So I just put it there so I don't accidentally step on it till I can get more energy, because I ain't got no gloves or nothing. Trying to get me a walking trail. My daughter them on the walking trail over there, they said they're gonna put one of them fences, so it's gonna mess up my walking trail. So I wanted to have something where I could. Whew, it's gonna be up like 76 degrees today. December the 25th is crazy. So I gotta trim up today. I gotta work tomorrow. But yeah, I showed you my new walking trail that I'm working on. Hold on. All right, there's where my rocky is. Hopefully nobody steal it or misplace it. But I've been tripping over that stump right there, and I got it today. So now I know how to get them. I need some gloves. I made it like a new trail. You can see it starting to blaze, and I'm putting the sticks to the side and all the trash I find out here and putting aside. You know, it's at least all the trash be in one spot, but all the little limbs. So we're going from that rock, and I go this way. You know, it'd take a minute to pound down the limbs, but. And I go over this way. Oop, see? I about tripped on this one. All right. See, the little bitty stuff's getting me, so we're gonna go get my tool. I don't know if you can see it. Where'd it go? I can't even see it. That's kind of rotten looking. So I'm gonna try it. Ooh, sweating so much. Getting sweat all in my eyes. All right, where'd it go? Oh, it's in there as well, right there. Knock it below the surface. That'll work too. Smash it in there. See, it's kind of more level. Didn't knock it out, but it kind of smashed it down a bit. Fill in a little hole. Some more dirt. Fill it in. All right, we'll put it over there. We'll put my stump piece of concrete. My eyes all hot out here. My eyes all amazing what you do with a piece of concrete. I ain't gonna be able to see, so I gotta really be careful. Let's see. Hit this joker. Right there. It's tough. It's probably gonna have to be dug out because it's bouncing off of that like it's. Said you ain't gonna knock me, so you gotta probably hit it to the side and cut it. You know, axe probably work better. Or chip away at it, you know, who knows. But you gotta work out, get your hands tough, knock the stumps out. Whew. We're gonna sweat off the salt you ate if you ate too much. Blood pressure lower, cholesterol lower. Get some walking in, good exercise. And they're playing Christmas music even on my electronic dance music station. Even though it's that theme, but it's still Christmassy. So I saved a bunch of videos on YouTube, but it's aggravating because you barely touch it and it goes off. So I got like 300 something songs. So if I get tired of paying, I'm only $3 a month. I have the app in my car. But if I get tired of paying, then I got YouTube. I just had to, if I ever start making money on YouTube, I'll pay for the subscription of $14 a month, whatever it is, to have YouTube Premium so I can fast forward to commercials or not have no commercials. But yeah, let's get some more walking in. How far we'll go. My son, it's his clothes wash day, so I went ahead. This is the second time I've done it. I don't know why. I went ahead and stuck his clothes in the washing machine after I got mine out and dry them for him. And then my daughter, you know, 2 grandkids. There's 4 of them, so they go through a lot of clothes. I usually wash mine about once a week, maybe more if I'm sweating for my workout clothes. But we'll see. It's just so nice out here in the nature. You know, I miss my little wife, but it ain't bad. Taking better care of myself, but I gotta stay healthy. So, you know, the little things used to get you ticked off when you're younger and all, you had to go. Because, you know, the adrenaline, what's that, cortisone or something? I guess, whatever that thing to get stressed or angry, you had to watch that and you had to well, they're just crazy, you know, just blow it off. And get out here and walk, eat chicken and broccoli, get your exercise in, get some peace in the woods. Plus, they build the fence over there. They'll probably have their family, and, you know, they'll be doing all kind of stuff if I walk by it. So over here, I got my own little privacy unless they're walking in the woods. And so, you know, it'll be peace of mind. Peace of mind. Trying to enjoy Christmas. This is like, it's like my little best spot, you know, just being out here with nature and little birds. I don't know if you can see the little birds flying around because it's warm, so they think it's spring. So hopefully their instinct to switch over, say, "Oh, we gotta get warm again," but it ain't spring. But maybe they'll build some, take some of these old pine needles and build like some more nests today and tomorrow, you know, and kind of get their nests a little bit warmer. So maybe the birds have an instinct that they'll be warm, you know. Ooh, I can tell the sweat. So you can tell the difference. November 29th, I quit my blood pressure medicine. But if I get a cheeseburger or anything that's processed, like good food, it'll go up. Not a lot, but probably about 5-10 points. So today, about 10 points. Yesterday, about 10. Well, ran 124. Normally it runs 118. So it's not bad. But I can tell the salt makes me hold fluids. So I'm out here throwing rocks and walking on Christmas Day. And I like that. You know, I'm going to get an axe, or what's that thing? That thing that's called a pickaxe. It has like a sharp point on one side, and the other thing, that'd be perfect for this, you know, because I think you can go in the dirt with those. So I might just have to get it sharpened more often, but that'd be good for killing the little stumps that my son ain't killed. He's ran over them a bunch, but I took that one out, and I don't know how many times I've tripped on it because, you know, I drag my feet. I try to walk it, try to pick them up, but you know, I can still hear the wind blowing through trees, and not too many people shooting the guns out here in the country, which is kind of crazy. The dogs ain't barking, so everybody's celebrating Christmas, you know. So hope you have a Merry Christmas and many more, you know. Do what's important. Try not to spend all your money, even though it'll help the economy, but when the economy gets tight, you'll be broke. So, you know, save your money. Save your money. I've been playing with Cash App. Some people say it's bad, but it does have a thing on there. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe like Robinhood, maybe worse. But it does have a thing at the bottom on individual stocks that you can, it says moderately buy, hold, or buy. You know, so if it says buy, I figured I'd buy it, you know, $20 here, $20 there. And but, you know, I don't get the tax savings. But I'm nowhere near it. But I think it's only good for like 500,000, so I'll probably pass for that. But if you get more than that, then you get real estate. You know, you get a bunch of money, and real estate, you can write it off 25 years, but you got to make sure you got enough money to cover it, your bills in case your renter tears it up and all that. But, you know, I'm 54, so I want to do all that because, you know, I don't really make a lot of money, but I'm saving a lot more than I would because I'm not spending no money on anything. I mean, I bought my phone. It's paid off. My mom got me a good deal. Thank you, Mama. So I'm on her plan. So I got my phone. It's paid off. And eventually I want to get another one, but I don't want to pay $2,000 for an iPhone. You know, $50-something for 3 years, however much that is a lot. 18, 17, I don't know, with 1 gig. But eventually I'll probably need it. So you got to save money for that. You know, I need brakes or alignment. I don't know what I need, but I'm just driving the cars so they fall out. Got my oil change, and I rode down the road, and I said, oh, it's riding pretty good. But now, you know, with cars, you got to ride them all the time. You can't just let them sit there. So I was riding my end of life, and it's starting to run better because I'm keeping it running. And then the other car went, you know, like, hey, I ain't got no workout. had to heat back up. So, you know, you gotta go at least 3 miles down the road and back to keep the tires from, you know, anything like that. So that's probably the most aggravating thing I have in my cars. And then, you know, my laptop's 4 or 5 years old. It takes about an hour and a half to boot up. So it ain't really worth it. A lot of stuff I'm just put on my phone or send them an email and not worry about it. But it's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be meant to be. But it might not be meant to be, because who knows? Who knows? If we get to it right now or before we die, and then all the religious stuff, so trigger warning, but all that happens, then we're walking around 1,000 years trying to, you know, witness the people that are still here. But then who knows? So maybe I just need to do right so I can do right later on, instead of eat it, make it. You know, even though it is a little lonely, but you get busy, you know, out here throwing rocks, and you got 2 children, 2 grandchildren, son-in-law. That's 5 right there to keep you busy, plus all the necessities of life. And you got some YouTube videos, and I can make videos. I like making videos too, even though, you know, they're probably long and nobody has time to watch everything. There's a lot of stuff I was putting liked it, and I go to search for it, I couldn't find it. But if I made a playlist called Interesting, to save it, I can save it. Something I want to hear, and then I ain't got time to watch it. So, you know, these long videos, probably people ain't gonna have time to watch them, but I like making them anyway. Get my thoughts out in the air, and who knows if all that means anything. But you never know. It's Christmas, so my son gets up, his clothes will be done, and I ask him to say, hey, you want to go to maybe the dam and walk the dam or something. I don't want to eat too much because I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to be there at 5 o'clock, so I had to get up. You know, if I got to be normally I got to be at 4, so I had to get up at 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, so 5. I got to get up at least 2 to do my little routine, because I'm old, it takes forever. Make my coffee, make my extra coffee, and I'll be the only one working. And then I'm off Saturday, Sunday, and I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all Thursday, work Friday, and then the regular shift starts back. So I'm the only one working. I feel blessed for that, because you don't get no holiday pay. But I keep seeing people I used to work with in jail, and I'm glad I ain't there no more, because it was kind of very emotionally draining. You know, you guys don't want to be there, and they don't want to listen. You know, but I don't know. I just wanted to be happy. So my situational awareness probably wasn't as strong, and I wasn't as much of a butthole as I probably needed to be. But so I wasn't good for that fit. Nothing happened, but I was there a year, but I just wasn't buttholey enough to fit in, and some things I just didn't realize. Oh, yeah. So, you know, that probably wasn't a good fit, because I, you know, if I had somebody in there wanted to do something, I might have missed it. So I could stand out here, walk in the woods, throw rocks at the stumps, enjoy my little job, maybe get me a little friend one day. Who knows? Hopefully they'll play pool and won't be crazy. People my age are crazy. I think I'm crazy. And it's just a different time frame. You know, we didn't hold back on things. We just said it like it was. And, you know, we get along, and people today, they're like, oh, you hurt my feelings. You said it such abrasively. It's like, come on, you know, we ain't got time to sugarcoat anything. You know, hey, you stand there in that tree and that limb falls on you, it's gonna kill you. And then I seen a picture with somebody had staples in the head, and they didn't have a hard hat on, and the tree hit them, and it didn't kill them, but it did some damage. So, you know, you do something, and, you know, I think I might not be right, but I think they come around that saying with Gen X, you know, mess around and find out. But it's a little bit more razzy but not YouTube friendly. You know, mess around and find out. So, you know, a lot of that people had to learn the hard way. Driving, boom, ain't here no more. So, you know, you had to be careful. Have a Merry Christmas. Take some stumps out to make you feel good. It's like, yeah, because them stumps been growing all the time. Then you knock them out of the way. Then you can walk and enjoy the walk in the woods. Yep. I didn't realize how many pine trees I had out here. It's cool too, because look at that. Pine trees are still green. A lot of them are green up top. So it still looks green out here, you know, even though all the oak leaves done fell on the ground and turned brown. But the pine trees, and then I'm out here, you know, I'm kind of a big fella, so I took all the oxygen and I'm giving back the carbon dioxide. And the tree says, thank you. And they thrive. And then I thrive with oxygen. Yeah. So, got to trim up today. And, yep. Probably listen to 2 songs, go in there, maybe 3 songs. I want to get 2 miles before I go in, because I always get 8 miles. And then this trail, there's a bunch of spaces I've been tripping on and walking sideways and trying to get the new trail so I don't mess up their driveway. And it's warm out a little bit. I was so sore I couldn't even hardly walk. So now I get this one little trail here, and it's gonna be like almost like Infinity. You go here, go around there, you know, like that's a little loop. You go here, and there's another little loop, like that, like a little bow tie walk. So you go around, you know, had to cut around the corner, then go around there. So it'd be pretty cool. Yep.